So we are starting our 90-day pilot program. It's called Drone as a First Responder. And what it is, we're going to launch drones from the roof of a city building, and they're going to respond to emergency calls within the city of Clovis. So it's going to be no different than what our police helicopters do, except it'll be a drone. Okay, we're here in the Clovis Police Department Dispatch Center, where we've also put our teleoperator for our Drone as a First Responder program. So what the drone or the teleoperator is doing is they're listening to 911 calls coming into the Clovis Police Department Dispatch Center. If the teleoperator feels that a drone would be beneficial overhead to help benefit the officers in the field or keep the public safe, they'll actually launch the drone right here using some software. The drone will go overhead to where it needs to respond to, and the teleoperator behind me will actually use the camera and the drone to give observations down to units in the field to help keep them safe. Now, at the same time, we also have a pilot in command who's on a rooftop where the drone launched from here in Clovis. As a safety factor, that pilot in command always has eyes on the drone, and if there's an airspace intrusion or some type of in-flight emergency, that pilot actually takes over control of the flight to make sure that we keep everything safe. We were looking at this program prior to the COVID emergency, but now that we're right in the thick of it, we thought it was going to be a good time to try and get it off the ground, start the pilot project. And so, as an example, the drone can be deployed to a reported call of somebody loitering, and the drone could see that the person's no longer there and cancel the officer so the officer doesn't have to respond. I know that once we get the drone up in the air, we're going to come up with a ton more use case scenarios that are directly related to this COVID emergency. But then, of course, once this is over, we plan to use the drone for emergency responses and continue the response. Yeah, so privacy concerns. So we have a policy here at the police department that we don't conduct any type of proactive surveillance or proactive flights. So these drones will only be launched from the rooftop if there's some type of emergency call to go along with it. So they will only be launched when the call comes in and officers are responding. Once the call is stabilized, there's no need for air support after that. The drones will return back to the rooftop, and they will stay here until the next call comes in. So we will only be responding to emergency calls or calls that can become emergencies, and our hope is that we help keep our officers and our community safe.